Hey guys, welcome to week one of my 75 Hard Personal Finance Challenge check-in. Last week was all about getting ready for the challenge, buying I Will Teach You to Be Rich, which is behind me on my coffee table. And this week we're going to get into the rules and talk about how everything went for my first week. So I have a total of 6 rules, kind of 5 because the 6th rule, spoiler alert, is this video doing a weekly accountability check-in. So, I mean, it's a rule, but it's not like, you can do, like if you wanted to follow along on the personal finance challenge, you don't have to like make a video, right? Or you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything that I do. But let me tell you what I'm doing. So the first rule is to track every dollar, log every expense the same day that it happens using YNAB. Second is no impulse or emotional spending. So no unplanned purchases. If it's not in the budget, it's got to wait until the next deposit day. I'd say deposit day instead of payday because I get paid early. So I technically get paid, or I'm supposed to get paid Tuesday and Friday, but I get paid Monday and Wednesday. So if it's not in the budget, wait till the next deposit day, and I have to invest an equal amount of the purchase. My third rule is 15 minutes of money education a day. That can be anything like watching a YouTube video, reading I Will Teach You to Be Rich, whatever. Like if I was curious about how to do something on my bank's website and I researched it and figured out how to do it on the website, that would count. Just learning about money and how to, better manage my money. Number 4 is to do a daily wealth positive action. So that's every day do one tangible action to move my finances forward. For example, transferring to my emergency fund, which is $50 per day. I'm doing that every day. Transfer to my investments, which is $50 every deposit day. Make a debt payment or reallocate or adjust my categories in YNAB. So technically every day I'm doing that because I'm transferring to the emergency fund. So yes, I have transferred $350 this week, $50 a day to my emergency fund. I've put aside money for investments, but I haven't actually invested yet. More to come on that. Number 5 is review your money dashboard. So basically just open up YNAB every single day. Even if you don't spend any money, just take a look at it. Have your eyes on your finances so you understand what's going on. And then number 6 is this video. So what I want to talk about in this video and what I want to talk about every week in this video is what I learned from my 15 minutes of financial education every day. Talk about some of my wins or some ways that I've improved. Talk about a challenge or temptation, and then kind of what I'm focusing on next week. So let's break it down. So the challenge started on Monday, October 20th, and really the week started off really good. I didn't spend any money on Monday. I worked at an office where there was like a McDonald's down the street, and I had some free rewards for McDonald's, so I just used my rewards. And then after work, I got a free Panera drink because I am a member of the SIP Club, and I got that membership for free too, so it was free. Tuesday, same thing, worked at an office that actually was right down the street from Panera, so I went and got my Panera drink on my lunch break, and I took lunch to the office. It was like kind of the worst day though because there was like, I don't know, it was like a birthday party or somebody was retiring. So it was like every single person from the office was like sitting down in the break room, like in a circle, like it was just like, it was great. I just would have preferred to just use the microwave to eat my food, and you know what I mean? But it was just strange. Anyway, Wednesday, my day off, I spent a lot of money on Wednesday. So first of all, I had my sofa delivered, which you probably can't see, but it's right behind me. And then I went to IKEA and I bought a coffee table. I bought the LAC coffee table, which after tax was like $54.50. And that kind of might seem like a lot, but first of all, I had already planned on getting the LAC coffee table before Wednesday. And I thought that was a better option than buying like any other coffee table because what I was seeing was that coffee tables were like $100. So it was a pretty good option in my opinion. I went and got my headlight repaired because one of them was out, because when I got my car, the last time my car was in the shop, one of the headlights was out, and I was like, can you please replace them both? And they were like, why? And I'm like, because that way if they burn out, they'll hopefully burn out at the same time. They did not replace them both, so what do you think happened? The other one burned out. So this time I got them both replaced and it was $90, which I think is a really good deal. I didn't think it was a good deal when the guy told me about it, but then I looked at ChatGPT and they said, I think the lowest quote they were saying was like $100. So, okay, $90, whatever. And then I got a massage at the Aveda Institute, which is a massage school here. That was booked like a month ago. So all this money was planned. And then, well, I mean, sort of, right? More on that in a minute too. And then I got another free smoothie from McDonald's. I think that's what I got on Monday. I got a smoothie and some French fries, and then I also got chicken nuggets on Monday, and then I got another smoothie on Wednesday. By the way, the pineapple mango smoothie at McDonald's is way better than the strawberry banana, like way better. And I have another smoothie reward, so I'm gonna get another pineapple mango smoothie. Maybe tomorrow. I don't really know if there's a McDonald's close to the office that I'm at tomorrow. Okay, now here's where the spending gets a little crazy. Okay, on Thursday I went to Dollar Tree and I bought like some of that non-stick liner that you put in drawers, but I got it for my sofa because two of the legs are on like it's not wood floor, like what is it, laminate maybe, and if you just bump into the sofa, it like moves the sofa. So it's like I can't be bumping into my sofa and it's like moving. So I spent $1.36 on that. And then I went to Trader Joe's and I got the Trader Joe's brand of Madras lentils. I don't know if that's how you say it, but I had bought the Tasty Bite brand and that's what I had for lunch on Tuesday and it was like so good. So I wanted to have it again, but it was like $3.99, $3.59 and I had to go to Walmart to get it. So I Googled it and Trader Joe's had it for $2.49. So I was like, great. So I went and bought that. But then they had one of those mini like tote bags, the Halloween ones. I got the lavender one. So I did spend $2.99 on that Trader Joe's mini tote bag, which was, I mean, okay, here's the thing, right? Was it planned? Kind of. Like when I heard about the Halloween bags, I was like, oh, that purple one is cute. Oh, I would like to have that. But then I knew that like it's hard to get the Halloween bags or the mini tote bags because like people go crazy for them. And I was like, well, I won't be able to get one because I'm not going to like, buy it on eBay. But so, you know what I'm saying? But I can kind of make anything. My brain can justify anything. I can certainly justify a $3, reusable tote bag. So whatever. Now, Thursday, I'm gonna tell you right now. Oh, and every day I, transferred my $50. But on Thursday and every day I did my 15 minutes of I Will Teach You to Be Rich. I just decided to read that. Thursday though, I fell asleep on the couch. No, is that Friday? Hold on. Sorry, yeah. Thursday was the day I was just talking about where I went and got the stuff from Dollar Tree or whatever and got the Trader Joe's. My bad. Friday, I fell asleep on the couch, so I did not do my 15 minutes of financial education. I did not do my transfer of the money, but I doubled up and did $100 yesterday on Saturday. So no harm, no foul there. But I don't think that I did 30 minutes of financial education yesterday. Actually, no, because I fell asleep again when I was trying to read. So I didn't even do 15 minutes yesterday. Yikes. But back to the money I spent on Friday because it wasn't the greatest, but I'll explain. So I spent $6.93 on a Panera You Pick Two. I had a $5 coupon and I got my free beverage. So half a tuna sandwich, cup of black bean soup, and a large pomegranate hibiscus tea for $6.93. In my opinion, that's a good deal. And also, like, I don't know. It's just like, it's hard because I make good money. So like, how come I can't go to Panera once a week and spend $6.93, right? Or because the next day I went again, Saturday, and I went to a different one. It was $7.18, same deal, same food. So like in my eyes, like I told you guys, I can like justify anything. So I went out to eat twice and I spent less than $20. Like for me, that's fine. Like there's no reason that I shouldn't do that. But I think what I need to do is plan for that. And like if I want it to be 2 times a week, just plan for that. Or if I want it to be $20 a week, plan for that. I think I need to have a plan going in instead of just doing it willy-nilly. So I don't really feel, it's hard for me to say like, okay, it wasn't an impulse was it an impulse? Kind of was an impulse. So I don't know. I guess I failed there. Whatever. Yesterday also, in addition to the $7.18 Panera, I had a $5.75 decaf cold brew, which again, that's the only coffee I had all week. and it's $575. Like, what's the big deal? You know, like, I think that the thing is, I just need to plan it, right? I just need to say either this is the amount or this is the amount of times I want to go out and leave it at that. And then today I got some groceries and I got another free Panera drink. And for my YouTube education, or for my money education, now that I think of it, I watched 2 videos on investing and I spent about 25 minutes. So I guess that kind of makes up for some of the time that I missed earlier in the week, but I am still behind. So I really should probably watch some more tonight, but I don't know that that's going to happen. So what did I learn this week for my financial education? Well, first I'll start with what I learned today. I watched 2 videos on investing. This YouTuber, her name is Layla, and basically she walked through how to open a Fidelity Roth IRA and how to invest. I already have my Roth IRA open, so I didn't need to really follow that, or I didn't learn anything with that. I did learn that I guess I kind of like relearned that the monthly or the yearly limit is $7,000. Not going to be a problem for this year. I'm not going to be able to, I don't know. I really haven't done the math. Well, no, $50 each payday or deposit day. That's not going to be $7K between October, November, December. I haven't done the math, but I don't think that would be, I could do the math, but it's too much for me. So I don't think I'm going to run into any trouble with meeting the 7K limit this year. But certainly 2026, we're going to have a problem. So I need to start thinking of what's the next step. I do know that I can do like a brokerage account, but ideally I would like to do a solo 401k because you can contribute, I want to say like $23,000 a year, which would be way, way better and like more aligned towards my financial goals. But that would mean I need to have an LLC and I need to be like an employee. So like, it's just, but I don't want to think too much about that. Let's just talk about this year. I'm good. Another thing that I learned from I Will Teach You to Be Rich is that I'm pretty sure if I get a Capital One high yield savings account, I might be able to automate transfers from my regular checking account. So I wouldn't have to physically go in every day and transfer from my SoFi account to Capital One savings. And that's another thing. Right now, I've just been transferring from my checking account in SoFi to my savings account in SoFi. But I really want to get that money out of my main account because it's way too easy to just transfer it back. I'm not at a point right now where I need the money, but before I was a hygienist, I would put money away, but then I would just put it right back in the checking. Like, I need this money. So I'm not saying that that's going to happen as easily, but I just don't want it to even be like easy at all. And I don't want to see it. Like, I don't need to see that I have $350 in my savings. That needs to be like, put away somewhere else. So I need to get that account open. I'm just working on some back end changes for the account because I already have a Capital One account. So I'm just trying to get some things changed on that. Hopefully this week, everything will go through. I can open my savings account and start doing that. I also believe that I should be able to use Fidelity to do automatic transfers from my bank to Fidelity. So same thing. I can just set it up on, I guess we'll say Tuesday and Thursday since my deposit days are Monday and Wednesday, just $50 each, deposit date going right to Fidelity. And then like maybe on Friday or whatever, I'll go in there and actually buy the investments that I need to, or that I want to invest in, which is another thing that I kind of also knew you don't just transfer money to Fidelity and then you are invested. You have to pick your investments, but it was a good reminder, you have to pick the investments. Like I was saying earlier about how it's easy for me to justify things. So earlier this week, I had a Temu order come and it was stuff I had ordered before the challenge. It was like a Pilates bar set, but it was kind of like a scam because what they said they were going to send, they didn't send. So I already knew it was wrong because the package was like way too small. So I filmed myself opening it, took photos, and asked for a refund. It's on its way back now, but it's like, I want to order what I want. So is that an impulse buy? Is that an unplanned purchase? Is that, emotional spending? It's hard to say. Like, I would say no, but again, I can make anything in my head. I can make it work, right? And also, it's like, okay, if I want to buy that Pilates bar, it doesn't meet the minimum for free shipping. So I'm going to have to buy something else. And again, I can justify, like I wanted to buy like a little like cart thing that I can put my workout stuff on and like a little thing for my bathroom to put on the counter so I can like organize my counter. And it's like right now I moved into this. Oh yeah, I'm in a new space. Oh yeah, by the way, I have a new apartment. So I moved in here like last month and there's stuff still everywhere, which you might be able to see, maybe not, hopefully not. And it's like, Okay, so all my bathroom stuff that used to be on the counter in like a little corner of my old apartment, there's no like corner for that stuff in my new apartment. So is it an impulse purchase to buy something that sits in the middle of the sink so I can actually get like the stuff that was on the corner? Like I had that little organizer on the floor. So like, is it unplanned? Is it unneeded? I don't know. Is it, you know what I mean? It's like hard to say. And then as far as temptations, I would say the Panera You Pick Two is a really big temptation because it feels like such a good deal. $6.93 for a meal that I like a lot. It keeps me full. And it's like, that's pretty much it. $6.93 for a damn half sandwich and a cup of soup and a drink. That's crazy. That's like a good deal. So it's a real temptation to buy that. But like I said, I need to just plan. I need to make a plan. And that's kind of what my plan is for going into next week, is to actually plan what's going on. Because right now I have my money in YNAB and it's just like in ready to assign. I haven't assigned any money. I'm using YNAB as more of an expense tracker and not as the way it's supposed to be used at all. So my plan for next week is to actually use YNAB the way it's supposed to be used, plan my spending, assign all my money to categories. But it's like scary because it feels like restrictive, but it's okay for things to feel scary. Like that's okay. And honestly, just because I assign money to a category doesn't mean I have to spend it like that. It's just doing something on the computer, you know? So it's just hard. Like I've really, to my dad's chagrin, I've never really budgeted, you know? Like my dad, when I was growing up, was always like, save 10% of your money. Every dollar you get, save a dime. So I've never really done that. So to kind of like go from not doing that to assigning every dollar a job and feeling like, okay, this money has to do that, it's scary. But it doesn't change reality. It doesn't change that every dollar does have a job, whether I assign it or not. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at now. Next week, I'm planning on trying to vlog while I vlog the work week and vlog my 75 hard to kind of have even more accountability. And one thing that I also know that I need to work on is not saving my financial education to the end of the day, because 2 days in a row, I fell asleep before I could finish reading the book. And that's not great. So it is really great that I did those 2 YouTube videos today. I didn't even think about the fact that they counted for YouTube education. I was like thinking, oh, I still have to read tonight. But, you know, that's good. But what I need to do is read earlier, which I will say that I actually did do. My second patient no-showed, so I was reading. I read my 15 minutes like at work. So now on Friday, I had 2 patients in a row that didn't come. So that was like 2 hours that I had. Well, it really was an hour and a half because they called the last person and told them to come early. But nevertheless, there was an hour and a half where I could have been reading and I completely was not. I was basically on Panera.com putting in my order for when I got off work. So it is a work in progress. It is a struggle. But like I said, next week the plan is to vlog and try to do better and really assign my money. So next week, I'm going to take you guys on the computer. We'll do a screen share so you can actually see what I'm doing and get down to the real nitty gritty. And hopefully, like I was saying, my Capital One account will have the changes made that need to be made so I can actually start setting up automatic transfers and taking a couple of these things off my plate. Because that's a really big thing that Ramit says, and I will teach you to be rich, in that his method is like automate most things or everything, which makes a lot of sense. Like I would love to have not had to physically transfer $50 a day from checking to savings. Like that's annoying. Like just do it every day. That's fine. And I guess you could also say, on one hand, you could just say, oh, just do 350 a week. But I don't know. It feels better to say like 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, you know? So anyway, at this point, I'm rambling, but hopefully you guys are enjoying my 75 hard personal finance challenge. Would you ever think about doing something like this for yourself? Or what do you think about my rules? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys next week as we vlog and do the same thing. Okay, bye.